Welcome to the Fantasy HQ podcast, all things NRL fantasy. Find us on YouTube, Spotify, and Facebook. Your hosts, Frosty and Stevo. That's us, your hosts, Frosty and Stevo. I'm Stevo, and today we are going to be building our team from scratch for the season, our Fantasy HQ team. And we'll sort of talk through how we're going to do it. It's going to be our team reveal. So I reckon we jump straight into it, Frosty.
Yeah, 100%. Looking forward to this one, Stevo. Let's go.
I'm actually excited because neither you or I have shown each other teams, seen any screenshots through or anything like that. So we are completely going in this together. And yeah, this is going to be the team we sort of do on the podcast together that, you know, we decide together. Everything's done as a team and sort of for everyone to see. So how do you want to start it? If building a team is sort of your first point of call, picking your captain?
Yeah, I think that's the spot you've got to start is the double points, your captain, who's going to be your rock for the season. So, I mean, the question is, May's on a bite. Are we going halves with the pack at 50, pretty much 60% these days? Are we going to back the chin in and look for a bit of value in the mid?
For me, Haas at 60% owned, I think you can't risk to go against him because if he starts strong, you're on the back foot from the get-go. And I think 60% own him, probably 50% might captain him. So
yeah,
for me, if you're happy, I will put Haas in, and let's put him in right now.
Yeah, and that was one of my learnings last year, wasn't it? On a video last week, is starting with the pack earlier doors usually pays out in your favour.
Definitely. So we have our captain in there now. Now it's sort of the way I'd go about it is sort of picking a couple of no-brainers, sort of everyone else has, or people that we want to lock in straight away. Is there anyone you have for that?
Alongside Haas in the mids there, I'd probably be Trey Mooney for this season. Just gone over to the Knights, going to get a start in prop gig. And some of his numbers, when he's got the opportunity at the Raiders, are looking good. So join the pack there.
Happy days with that. That gets two of our mids in there nice and early. And similar to that, there's a player I don't want to miss out on in case something goes wrong, and that is David Fifita. Are you happy for me to chuck him in there?
Yeah, we'll ride that roller coaster with the Fantasy HQ team here.
I think if he has a shocker, we're all in it together. So he's at that good price range, we can quickly switch out anyway. If for whatever reason he's only playing 30 minutes or something like that. Right, anyone else for you?
Probably in the edge, and he might shift to the bench eventually, but mid-ranger, McEwen, back at the Knights, looking to get that starting spot left behind by APP, Piers Paul, who's gone over to the Tigers. Even if he's getting 65 minutes at his price, he is looking to make a fair bit of coin.
Yeah, it sounds like they like him there, so he's going to get a good chance at it, and I'm happy to lock him in there as well.
Nice.
Whether or not he stays there or ends up on our bench.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right, for me, there's I am quite keen to add in Herbie. Now I know he's had where are we? Had a bit of a injury scare of late. Sounds like he was icing up the hammy.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Steve, that has got me nervous.
I think though, with the centre crops we have, I think if you can lock in Herbie averaging over 60, he is fantastic. And I think if we have to shift in a couple of weeks' time because he is a bit not that great, I think we can. But in terms of building out our team, I don't want to leave us short of not being able to get someone in the centres there that's worth a pretty penny.
Yeah, and I think when you're starting and you're only a few spots in like this, it's all right to sort of go the top dogs, and then if you need to work your way down, it's much easier doing that than trying to find 400, 500k to bring a Herbie in, isn't it? So certainly chuck him there and see how this team unfolds.
Maybe to go with Herbie, young fail at the Dragons. Sort of one cheapie, one gun. Sort of, I think it's usually the tactic you and I like to go. So, assuming he gets a starting role, we'll have him in our team.
Yeah, that's the one. Bit of a question mark again. The fantasy coaches are all on board, but many a time we've been proven wrong. So have him there for now, and later on we might be looking at just that third centre option, and maybe a little bit pricier, and he's the fullback plan, but we'll get there a little bit later on.
Sounds good. What else do you have for me?
Do we tackle the halves, eh?
Yep. Are you wanting to try and go with Cleary? Or are you wanting to try and go a couple of different options?
I think this season I'm happy to leave him out purely on the fact that we spoke about it last episode when we were looking at the top 10 pods. There's a lot of mid-range halves this year, and they are not sort of coming out of the woodworks. They are proven fantasy guns in seasons gone by, and some real down years, injuries, and bits and pieces like that have caused it, and they should be back to that 50 plus average. So if you're happy, Steve, I'd be happy to lock in a couple of those guys.
Yeah.
Hughes probably one for me. He runs the Storm there and doesn't usually go extremely low too often.
Price at 635k. How about Mitch Moses? What's your thoughts on him instead of Hughes?
Yeah, Pezzett's there and Lomax is left, so Moses got the kicking. 34% is more with the Packers in it, so again, early doors probably the smarter play for us.
I would be happy to lock in Moses now, then we can sort of come back to the second half, whether it be Hughes or someone else.
Yep.
See what we're working with. Right, hooker options. Who's your the hookers you're looking at? I know we've both talked about. We just talked about Wade Egan on the podcast. Yep. Sorry, the pods. There's a Reece Robson there. He's in the frame. Both you and I like the idea of Reed. We both had him in our top 20% owned. Or you've got the option then of like a Harry Grant, more reliable. Whether or not he's had a drop off the last couple of years, if it continues to go downhill, I'm a little bit worried. But where are you thinking?
I think the thing with Grant is Storm don't really have an out and out 9 within their squad. I don't think there's going to be a hooker at 14. They're going to have Wishart, but I think he'll cover lock the first couple of rounds. Leriro's suspended. And I just don't think Wishart will be stealing hooker minutes throughout the season. So I think he does have a little bit of value. But like we spoke about last episode, when we're looking at those points differences, the pods, I would be happy to slot Egan in for now. I like the sound of just running with an 80-minute hooker. No muck around, no watching the first round and hoping that they get 70 minutes, but they get 55. So take a little bit of that risk out early doors.
I think it's good. I think one key thing for any team is to have a couple of pods. You don't just want to have everyone that's right. Selecting. Having a couple that could go in your favour, that's where you go and pick up a 10,000 ranks early. So we can put Egan in there at the moment and maybe come back to it if we want to either go down to a Reed or up to a Grant, depending on how much money we have. Yeah,
sounds good.
Right, another one I am keen to lock in, and if we put him on the bench at the moment, it is Stewart.
Yes, nice.
I think with the Bellin gone, I think he is a very good option here to be getting good minutes. Can I leave him there? Sorry.
Yeah, and again, last season when he had that opportunity and he got those 50 minutes, he was averaging 50. So, like you say, opportunities arisen again this season, and he should be snapping up plenty of fantasy points for coaches.
Yeah, I think he's someone that's going to be 650k plus pretty
Yeah.
quickly. Right, who for you?
I mean, do we look at the wing fullback and who's going to anchor that position for us?
Yep.
And look, it might be some blue and white coloured sunglasses on, but there's not many dual position players this season. And centre and wing fullback is a bit of a stretch. Carraz, now apparently, like Kirby, he's
Yes.
got a wee injury going on, but I don't think it's a major concern. And he's been working with the sprint coach with Galvin. Galvin's taken out all the fitness records and doing all sorts of stuff. And Gus on Twitter is liking the way they move. So, gee, that's got to be worth 5 fantasy points. But I do think that dual position for this back five this year is going to be massive for coaches. So if we can afford him when we put this team together, I think that'll be a great wee asset to fall back on.
I'll put him in there for now. I definitely want him in the team. It's just whether or not the funds is going to allow this. But
yeah,
we have 10 players in. We need 11 more, and we've got 4.4 million nearly to go. I think wing fullback, another one we can sort of put a lock on is Farlongo.
Yes.
Storm.
Yeah, get him in.
Again, it's sort of playing with the pack, but I think he is a no-brainer early, so
yeah,
let's get him in there. Right, we need to find another half and another wing fullback option. And for me, getting a cheapie in there is not Chester, but potentially Chester. So just like Carraz, just like Herbie, Chester's done is it an MCL?
Yeah, MCR, yep, correct.
Minor one, he's only out for a week or two. But in there is a placeholder, and then I forget his name, but the Gold Coast have a young guy coming in.
Yes, I don't have the name either currently.
And I think he's not on the app yet, so we can't put him in. But I think the pair of these two are both serious consideration. Chester, if he's not fit, ready for round one and named, I probably won't go in at all, and I'll leave him as a fallback for when someone else needs to be traded out and I need to go to a cheapie, and when he does make his time. But I'm keen to put him here as a placeholder for the 230 player from Gold Coast Titans.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Right. Next on you then. If we leave half for the minute and we'll see what sort of price we got, what sort of bench players do we need?
A few popping up here. Where do we start? In the edge, back row position, I think we go to the Titans to Paxton. Word on the street is he is going to get the starting edge spot left by Dave Feeder. So at 250k if he does, even if it's 50 minutes, value for days there.
Do like that option. Do like that option indeed. Who else do they have in the edges there that would be in the talks?
Then you got the young fellow at the Storm also, Lasati. So I think he would be another good one, and you just hope that one of these two get a starting spot. Again, he's at 250k, so both in, like you say, placeholders. And at the end of the day, we're hoping for one. Two would be absolutely golden, but one's sort of what we're hoping for.
I'll put both those two in. So if they're both expected to start, and if they do, I think they're both good options because they're both sort of hopefully that 40-point scorer that you can sort of rely on to play a bench role in your team straight away.
Yeah.
Right, a bit of coverage here. I want to throw out there someone that I don't want, but always seem to get is Brendan Smith. The
Oh yeah,
cheese.
the cheese.
What can I say about him? He's let me down numerous times, but reports are he is going to be starting. He is looking good, and I think he's going to be happy where he is, especially if things just click for a few of the players there in the bunny. So they'll be wanting big things, and maybe he's not going to return back to his form back at the Storm, but if he could get up around that 500k, that's a
Yeah,
good bit of money for us.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, he doesn't have to do too much, does he, when he's that cheap? So you'd like to think that he's a certainty for 10 points of average there.
For sure. Right, what other cheapies do you have, or mid ranges, or a half that you're
Uh,
seriously considering?
the half, I mean, for now, do we go another Kiwi and go Dylan Brown? He is cheaper than the others. And again, there's just a bizarre year last year. Sort of was in, sort of not, different positions. He knew he was out of there. I think it's a big bounce back year for this guy, especially after the form in the Pacific Championship at the end of last year.
He was sort of in holiday mode last season. I think knowing
Yeah,
that he was on the out, they were sort of going in a different direction. And we saw how well he played for the Kiwis. And if he goes half as good as that, tell you what, he's going to be serious. We can chuck him in at the moment. I'm happy to do that.
sweet.
Right, we
And I
have
think, especially for new coaches, first, second, even third year players, like you get to this part, you've filled in your starting 13, you've got some of your go to cheapies who you think are going to be reliable bench scorers. Sometimes we get lost now in the cycle of just picking up cheapies. What's vital now is the balance of your team. So, the first two there on our bench are edge back rowers. So you instantly veer this way and you went for coverage in other spots. So, Cheese straight for the hooker for Egan's buy. Also helps cover the mid range. So, yeah, now we still need half cover. We still need another mid. We can't just have the Cheese covering that. Wing fullback centre. Uh, so yeah, if you haven't done that, that needs to be part of the thought process because you don't want to be caught napping. Your round one team gets locked in and you don't have a hooker cover or you don't have a centre cover. Because yeah, that's where you start burning through aimless trades.
So tell me then, we need some centre winger half coverage right now. What sort of options do you think we have that can be on our bench?
Uh, I mean, in the halves, there's Sanders, and am I his biggest fan? Uh, Probably not. Uh, how much money are we sitting on there, Stevo, with 5 spots left?
2.3 mil, but I have a proposal for you.
Yep.
I think we go against what a lot of people might be doing, and we start with Terrell May on our bench in round one.
Gee, there it is.
We can move Stewart after that to the bench and be a reliable scorer, but that would bulk up. And I'm not sure what it's going to do for our thing. If I just add him in here and go May, I think a lot of people are going to be scared from him from round one, but we've got to remember he doesn't play Origin. I think he's, the leading point scorer overall. And I don't see him taking a big fall off. He might
Yeah.
stay around the 900k, but he's going to be your sort of captain option every week. He's going to be a reliable scorer that you lock him and Haas, and your guns blazing. That would leave
Yeah, and
us 1.4 mil essentially for the last 4 spots.
1.4, about 300 odd thousand. Yeah, we can certainly have a look. And I think with May, there's two sides to it. One, and again, for coaches, you want to be looking at buys up until that first major buy, which is around 12. He has 1 and 1, but he also misses that first major buy in 12. But the flip side to that is if you don't get him in at the start of the season when you've got unlimited
Yes.
trades to be playing around and fitting them in, When do coaches get him in?
He's
One
just
option
about.
is round 13, get him in for Haas, but then you got to get Haas back. So there's two trades. If you get him in now, like we're trying to do, there's two trades instantly saved.
The only way people catch us up on May is if, say, a Haas that everyone owns goes and gets injured, because then your
Yeah,
logical trade out is to May then. But I mean, you're almost looking at two of the best players in the game, and if you have both of them, and they are reliable, you're going good. I mean, Cleary, he's reliable. He's the third best in terms of average, but he's sort
yeah,
of more that will he, won't he score that 65 plus, where Haas and May, I'm pretty confident they will. The only thing I see, it means round one, we might take a bit of a hit.
yeah,
But I think if we get the rest of the team right, we can be there or thereabouts and then make a good inroads straight away.
yeah. Yeah, if we can manage this, if we can squeeze in four more players, I don't mind this from us.
Right, so we did talk about it, having a half coverage. Now, I
Yeah.
think we're going to be pushing it to get Dewey in here with already having
Yes.
May on a bye. But we
Yeah.
did mention Smith. He would be teamed up with Dylan Brown. He is 439k. I think that will fit into our budget. And I do think there is chance with him, with Brown, he could average that 45 sort of price range, be a good,
Yeah.
reliable score on our bench, and make 10 points of value.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the one thing with this, and again, key point for coaches, is if they were both to be named together, when is their first bike? So that's in the first 3, 4 rounds. You're in a little bit of trouble. But for the Knights, great news, it's round 12. So
Happy days.
11 weeks, and you would be happily shipping one of them off because they'll both make their money by then. So full steam ahead.
Right. We need now a couple more players. We need wing fullback, ideally. In an ideal world, we could do have Tommy Chester and the Titans winger. So we
Yeah.
would have one extra. But is there anyone else you can think of that we can get in?
I mean, purely for cat space, not expecting a heck of a lot, is DWZ of the Warriors. I think he's right down at about 300k. But he's not going to offer too much. But, we're looking for players at the moment around 300k. We might have to have a wee wriggle around here with a bit of cat space soon. Because your
What
wing fullback, especially the coverage, is looking a little bit dicey this year.
can we go? Will Penasini. What is he? 416. If we put him in, that gives us 536k. Now I can
Yeah.
sub him across into there. Fail goes to our bench. That would
Nice.
mean, and we talked about it in the pods options, and Penasini in there with Moses, I think it's got 10 points of value. So I think
Yeah.
that's a reliable centre, and I'm much happier there. And then Fail hopefully gets the winger fullback. He goes to our bench, and he gives us that coverage.
Yeah. No, I like it.
Um,
Um,
and on top of that, I would also have uh the what's it called, the Titans winger. So I'm just thinking of getting in someone that
yeah, I
can
mean,
go.
placeholder for now for that Titans guy could be the Tigers one, Makasini.
Yep.
And if that Titans guy is named round one, just straight swap there.
Straight up there. Marcassini, I obviously like the idea of, and if in trials he is looking like a lock in the team, I think that's someone we can keep. But if he's not, then yeah, definitely it's either Chester or the Titans player. So we sort of want two out of those three, or
Yeah.
a different cheapie in that sort of price range that comes out.
Yeah.
Right, and that leaves us 286k for the time being. And let's see.
All positions covered there on the bench, Stevo? Just covered centre.
Yes, we have everything covered. We've got a hooker, we've got a couple mids, we've got a couple edges, we've got a half, we've got centre, wing fullback.
Remind me, who's the cover for half?
Sandon Smith.
Yeah, that's right. And what's he worth?
439k.
439. Okay. I mean, if he's not named, fullback option and free up a little bit of coin, could roll the dice. 10 points of average on a Cody Walker and see that left side bunnies just light it up.
When do the bunnies have a bye? Are you able to...
I'll have a quick look.
Just going to see.
Round 4.
Round 4. We can switch if you want. He's got the more boom or bust, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll add him in.
I mean, purely because he's guaranteed a spot for now. If Sandon Smith is named, we can certainly shift some money around to get him in, because I think, he would be the much safer option compared to Walker if we weren't so boom or bust.
Right, Cody Walker in. That gives us 378k to play with now.
Okay. Do you want to bring up the players on the right-hand side there and just bring up players we can afford?
Yep.
I think it's under the price tab there.
Now, what's your thoughts starting round 1 with a little bit of money up your sleeve?
Yeah, I think it is important. Sometimes I'm not at the greatest at it, but I do think that 50 to 100k is important. If something doesn't go right round 1, it just allows you to make one trade. If you have no money, usually you've got to make a second trade to allow you to make that move you want.
One, we can, now with open enough money, we can get Bailey Hayward in. And I know both you and I are both pretty keen on him. He does give us that extra hooker coverage, does give us another mid. And I think he's going to be reliable for the whole season.
Yes. Yep.
So
what does that leave us with? Pretty much break even, eh?
That leaves us with 3k, I think it is.
Yeah.
3k. And
I mean, for now, like we said, trials and that to come.
That's looking pretty warm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially after that round 1 buy, and you add May there.
The good thing about this is we'll have May in round 1 to play as a loop option as well. It gives us a little bit of flexibility on our bench to sort of target the 4 best scorers.
Yeah.
So, we might pick up a few extra points there where people might not be able to, depending if they do have the likes of Dewey or something on their bench. So, yeah. As a first up team, Frosty, I quite like this.
Yeah, we run through and got to sort of talk through our thoughts and give a bit of insight into how you should go about approaching the team. Step 1, captain. 2, go through sort of each position and get that lock. And then once you're filling your starting 13, you're looking for that coverage for every position on the bench. You're not just aimlessly going cheapy or player you want. Got to cover those positions. So there we have it, team. Happy with that, and we'll let these first week or 2 of trials roll around, and we'll be going again with maybe some touch-ups in the near future.
Awesome. Thanks, Frosty, and thanks everyone for watching. If you have watched this far through, comment yes or no you would have Terrell May or not. I'd love to hear the people that are backing him and are going to sit that round 1 out. So, thanks everyone. Appreciate the like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. We appreciate your support for the Fantasy HQ podcast, all things NRL fantasy. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Spotify and Facebook, and most importantly, thanks for watching.